Gentlemen, who has the honor of presenting this woman to be married to this man. Well, friends and family, I'll tell you, Plan B stands for less boring. We're here to have fun today in what is still an idyllic and a beautiful setting, and we are gathered to commemorate what a couple has already brought to us, and that is their decision to join their lives together. We are here to formally celebrate Ashley Bowles' and Ben Jones' commitment to the joyful adventure of marriage. Now, some of you probably saw the wedding program, and it tells you very specific hashtag and Instagram instructions. That's not for now, all right? That's not for now. That's for later. Right now this is an unplugged ceremony, so as much as Ben would love to take a second to play Candy Crush, he's a huge fan, and despite Ashley's never-ending desire to want to reread The Hobbit, the bride and groom would respectfully ask you to put away cell phones, tablets, and anything else that's overpriced but super fun at this time. And also the bride and groom have a professional photographer and a pair of photographers with us today, so please be very mindful of their presence and grant them the space that they need to capture the next few minutes. There will of course be time enough afterwards for all the pictures Ashley has promised. Ben has not, but Ashley has. So please give them that space right now. And Benjamin and Ashley, today you choose to cling to one another for eternity, placing this relationship atop all others, beginning a new life. Your yesterdays were but the path to this moment, and your journey together will now be all the more clear with each passing day. Friends, for all the tomorrows that follow, the two of you will and must choose each other each day, both in the words you share and also privately in your own heart and mind. Let love and friendship guide you as you learn and grow together. Experience the wonders of this world together, allowing patience and wisdom to calm life's restless nature. Through the comfort of loving arms, may you always find a safe place to call home together. At this time, it's always fun at weddings where people awkwardly go and look at those programs or try to figure out who I am, so I'm just going to tell you who I am if that's all right. My name is Jeff Halliday, and when you look at the program later, you see that Ben and Ashley refer to me as a life coach, and I'm not really sure what to say about that. But no, they also promised that it would not be dull, and that I would not waste your time. So I will do my best. I had this whole thing planned, do the whole thing out. But I'll try to deliver on that promise. I'm an associate professor at Longwood University, and I can honestly say, of all the wonderful things I've been able to do in my life to speak publicly, I don't know if I can think of a greater honor than this right now. And I appreciate the two of you giving me this chance. What makes it all the more interesting or fun is that Ashley probably spent more time cursing my name under her breath than any student I've ever taught in 7 years. And that means Ben was likely filling hours of his time listening to that later, so I happily stand betwixt two gluttons for punishment. I first taught Ashley in August of 2008. It was your freshman year. And as a professor, it was my sophomore year, if you want to call it that. And I met you in 2009 as co-advisor to WMLU, the campus radio station. So many of their friends are with us today. I knew them as individuals before they really truly met each other, and I know them as the pair before us right now. And I could not accurately speak to just how much right now warms my heart. I taught Ashley in 6 different classes. That's over 200 hours of instruction. 61 assignments. Or as Ashley has come to know those classes, 3 A's and 3 B's. For those of you who don't know, Ashley was so proud of actually being completed with all my classes, she made a t-shirt that she was going to bring. I'm glad you didn't. It was in puppy paint. It said, "I survived Jeff Halliday's classes." But I can tell you, and I'm blessed to be joined by so many of her classmates today, teaching students like you are what make people like me want to care every day. That's what makes us want to show up every day. So it's sometimes a thankless job. You make it joyful. For Benjamin and for some of the other WMLU, for Benjamin and for some of the other WMLU people, I'm literally the old person who sits in the back of the room and offers my opinion most of the time when they don't care about it at all, but I feel like it needs to be said. And when I was working with the station, I decided I wanted to be a college DJ again. I felt like that would be a great way to get to know the students better. So I had to be trained by two DJs, and they're standing right here, Matt and Ben. They had a show which was a fun show. It was a really great show. It was different. It was theirs. It was called Audible Holocaust. And it was very late at night, much too late for an old man. But every single show, they came out with a commercial break or a song or a break. They came on after every single break and they went, ah! And so I had to do that. And they trained me, so I had to follow their rules. And then later on, I had to read oddball news stories. And I was pretty sure that they were just gunning to get me fired. And I really enjoyed having me be fired. It didn't work out. Anyway, but I'll tell you that Ben, as did Ashley and so many of the people here, they grew into leaders at the station who were always trying to push each other to improve the process, improve their product. And we spent a lot of hours talking about the station. And I came to know Benjamin here as a caring fellow Eagle Scout, engaging young man. And I thankfully never had to teach you. But I bet. And through their leadership and involvement at the station, I started to get to know them together. They fell in love together. And I don't want to sound creepy, but I'll say that watching the two of you fall in love from afar really was life-affirming. Other people say that's nice. Isn't that nice they're together? It was life-affirming. It truly was. And so many of us here witnessed that process too. We know that relationships all have hitches and they have bumps. But I always felt in my heart that the two of you were right. And I'm thrilled for you. Now you asked me to be an officiant today. So I feel compelled to briefly provide you with some thoughts to guide you through our marriage. And your marriage together is going to be a fun ride, I promise you that. So step on out here. Go ahead, right out here. Right in front of me. Nobody cares about me. Step right there. Yeah, holding hands. That's sweet. You don't have to. Now, I want you to look at each other. Because from now on, for the rest of your life, you'll never look at each other the same way again. This is the nature of what is a binding love. And as you both know, you have to walk through pretty long and dark valleys in life. And it's in those moments that you need to hold those hands even tighter, especially when you think of letting go. And you have to rely on collective love and strength. But on so many wonderful occasions, you will find yourself on the summit of glorious moments of life. And you'll have many of them, I promise you. And still, people will make the mistake of letting go at those moments. And they'll focus on individual accomplishments. But what you need to understand right now is that for each other, nothing is accomplished in life without each other person's sacrifice and their love. So it's at those moments you need to embrace each other that much closer. Take time for each other. Be respectful, respect yourself, be fair, but always know that you need to be there and that love takes work, but that it's worth it. Now, go ahead and take a minute and turn around and look at all these people. Okay, look in the back corner. You guys can wave. You want to wave? Because here's what they say about weddings. They say that you will not remember anything. You truly won't remember anything. All right, and the people in the back right now are totally convinced that you won't remember that they showed up. All right, so wave to them. All right, and understand that right now is the most important time